Master Randy Edwards here with a video tutorial on Kwang Gae pattern. All right, so Kwang Gae starts off in open heaven hands. All right, notice the thumbs take the place of the eyebrows out front. The right hand slightly on top of the left. All right, gazing through the triangle in ready stance. Now, from here, the opening move, the left leg, take the weight over to the right leg, and the left leg kind of comes up into a balanced stance, and we'll just come out away from the heaven hands. So basically, it's just straight out. Nothing back or forward. We're not chopping wood or anything like that, defending ourselves from a band of attacking ninjas. We are simply bringing the hands out and then circling down 3 to 4 seconds into closed ready stance B position. All right, no big stance at the end. Just as your feet come together, the knees will just be slightly bent. All right. Now, the second move. All right, let me show you the first move again, full speed, where we from open heaven hands. And then 2, 3, 4. All right. The next two movements are reverse upset punches. The hands start in front of the body like this. All right. And the left hand is going to come slightly forward as the right hand is being pulled back. And it is a circular upset punch. And then the hands will come back again in front. And then as the left hand goes back, the right hand will go forward. And then we'll come forward with the left reverse upset punch. Again, these upset punches stop here. They're not way out in front. And they should run parallel with the ground also. All right? So the movement is here and forward. As one hand goes back, the other hand goes forward. And we have a nice circular, what that would look like in full speed, but we're showing in slow motion. All right, so that's what the hands are doing. All right, the footwork on this deserves some attention. All right, I did this wrong for a lot of years. All right, so what the idea of this the movement is to stay very heavy on one leg and let the other foot just slide smoothly out into a walking stance. All right, now the part that I did not get, and when someone said this, it was like, whoa, all those years, man, someone would just whisper that bit of knowledge into my head. As this, what is it, my right leg is sliding out, I am also trying to lift the leg up, keep the muscles engaged, not lifting the leg, but just keep the muscles engaged in lifting, and I can slide out in that walking stance with ease, all right? Where for years coming out into that, I'd get stuck and end up trying to slide out like that, all right? Or just say, oh, I won't do that. I'll just step out into a good stance and twist my hips. All right, so as we come out of the opening heaven hands ready stance into closed ready stance B position, all right, we're going to get heavy on the right leg, and the left foot is going to come slightly forward as the hands come out in front. All right, that is all one motion, all right, to here. All right, left foot slightly forward, hands are out in front, and all the weight is on my right leg now. All right, so from there, I'm going to go right hand back, left hand forward as I start sliding out into this slow upset punch. Again, 2 to 3 seconds to come out into this movement. Then the right foot steps slightly forward of the left foot, hands will come out in front again, and then the left hand will come back as the right hand comes forward, and then we have the right walking stance with the left reverse upset punch. All right, so from heaven hands again, it is left foot comes up and slow and balance coming together. Left foot is going to step out, making the right reverse upset punch, neutral in chamber, and the right foot is going to step to make the left reverse upset punch. Okay, so the next set of movements, we're right here now, facing forward, doing the reverse upset punch. The next series of movements, we're going to move the body over one stance width, but we're still going to go straight forward. All right, we'll do a series of moves, and then we're going to do those same moves, but we're going to move our body back where we were again. All right, so if this is where we were in ready stance, right here where the lines meet, we're going forward, forward, forward. This set of movements is going to move us out a little bit. The next set of movements is going to move us back in front where we were again. All right, so from heaven hands, where we break, come out, we have the slow right reverse upset. Right foot is going to step now with a left upset. So again, we're right side forward in the walking stance with a left reverse upset punch. Now, the footwork is this. the left foot is going to step over the right foot, slightly, just slightly over, and then the right foot is going to step forward into a walking stance, and we're going to go straight forward. Again, I am not facing an angle. I am straight forward. So if I get just to the side of the camera here, and I make my right front stance, all right, facing this direction, facing straight forward, facing the judges, right? I'm going to step over and then step forward. And now this front stance is going that direction. All right, just move my body over a little bit. I've got to explain that because I see people as they step over, they'll do some weird stuff there. All right, straight forward. All right, now what the hands are doing. You're in that right side forward walking stance with a left reverse upset. When you step over slightly with the left foot, the left hand is going to reach out and the right hand is going to come back to the left shoulder. As the right foot steps forward into the right side, the right walking stance, the right hand comes out and does a right checking block. Here, all right, it's a closed fist, and it will open at the end as we make the movement. All right, so again, right side forward walking stance with a left reverse upset punch. We're going to go step over and chamber, and then step out and make the right side forward front stance with the walking stance with the right hooking block or checking block, or they call a couple of different things. All right, so full speed, that looks like this. Just make sure you have a reaction arm with that. When you step over, get this left arm out so you have something to pull back as we make that right hand go out. All right, see that a lot where people don't do that. All right, so now we're right side forward in our walking stance with the right checking block out in front of us. The next move, the right foot is going to go behind us. I'm going to step back and I'm going to slide into an L stance. 1 foot length. That's not a big slide. 1 of your foot lengths. Slide back that far. So as I slide back, I'm going to slide back and bring my hands back and down with a low double knife hand block. That chamber needs to be up here. I see a lot of these chambers down here. The low double knife hand block is chambered just slightly overhead. And again, we slide as we make that low double knife hand block. This should be out about where your belt notch is. And this hand is down by the leg. All right. So from that right side forward walking stance with the right checking block, it is back with a low double knife hand block. Look at the position of my shoulders in this. I'm not sideways. I am half facing. My shoulders are at a 45-degree angle facing that direction. All right. What you notice when I did that double knife hand block also, my hips and shoulders did this. My hips and shoulders are moving the same direction that I was blocking. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen people do this, and their hips will actually go one way, and their block will go the other direction. All right? So, it's not going to show really good power, right? All right, so as you step back, you turn the body a little bit, and then there's your chamber, and then the body will turn back. Just do that without being robotic. Do that and make it smooth. It's back and forward. But I definitely want to see the hips go in the same direction. All right, so now we're left side forward in our L stance with a low double knife hand block. Now we're going to move back over. This is where the right foot steps slightly over the left foot, and the right hand will come out with our reaction arm. The left hand will come up to the right shoulder, and then from here, the left foot will step forward into a walking stance, and it's a left hooking block, and then the left foot will slide back and down for the low double knife hand block. All right, so let's go from a right walking stance with a left reverse upset, and we'll go through this series where we're going side to side here. All right, so it is a left foot step over, reaction arm, action arm. All right, and then the right side, the right leg steps into the walking stance with a right checking block. We'll slide back, low double knife hand block, and then the right foot steps over the left foot, and then we chamber, right hand, left hand, and then the left leg steps into the walking stance with a checking block, left hand checking block, and then the left foot slides back with a low double knife hand block. All right, so as I'm teaching this, I'll freeze frame these chambers a lot. Step back and I'll show you here and then go into the movement. Don't mistake that we're not supposed to stop there. All right, once you get there, it's go time. All right, it's not freeze and then go. Momentum, forward or back and forward. Bring it back, bring it forward. All right, we got to learn how to do this and not stop here in these awful looking chambers. All right, this is a martial art. Art meaning something that's beautiful, pleasing to the eye. this chamber, much more pleasing to the eye. All right, so we are now right side forward in an L stance with that low double knife hand block. All right, now from here, the left foot is going to step forward into a rear foot stance. All right, as we do that, we're going to do a midsection double knife hand block. All right, the rear foot stance here, the foot is not sideways, it is slightly turned in. All right, this can be shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit closer is okay. All right, just not too close. All right, so we're left side forward in the rear foot stance with a double knife hand, middle section double knife hand block. All right, so when we step left side forward, rear foot stance double knife hand, the right foot is going to step, we do the same movement. Again, over and back with the hips to show the power there, the body moving with it. Again, middle section, meaning the fingertips level with the shoulder. All right, so we are right side forward in our rear foot stance, all right, with a double knife hand block out. And then from here, we're going to spin around and go the other direction. But there's a way we get there can be a little bit confusing. All right, so just follow me. All right, so you won't be confused. All right, just follow. All right, I'm right side forward in my rear foot stance. All right, with my double knife hand block. The next move, the left foot steps slightly over the right foot, and then the right foot will step forward. Like the back foot's going to come forward, and then it's going to spin around to neutral, which is beside the left foot. All right? So the footwork, again, the right side is forward. It is just step, and right foot spins around. Just a little round step there. All right? Right side forward, it is step forward and spin around. Now, when we spin around, the hands will be out in front of us like this. All right? The movement is going to be a right reverse upward palm block. All right, the hands will be out in front again. The blocking hand will come out away from the body. The reaction arm will come forward and will circle and come up and into that. The chamber will come out kind of beside the body and then come forward. There's not just a little thing out here, but I'm not coming from all the way back either. All right, so this motion to make that reverse upset. All right, so to do that facing this direction, the right foot is going to be heel is up off the ground at neutral. All the body weight's on the left foot. All right, hands are out in front. And the right foot is just going to slide back as we do this reverse palm block. All right, from there, the right foot steps up. The hands are back out in front again. And the right foot is going to step forward into a right walking stance with the left upset. So on those two moves, if you notice, the right foot is the only one that moved. So once I step and spin around, the right foot goes back, and then the right foot comes up, and the right foot goes forward for those two reverse upward palm blocks. All right? So the way that would look, if I pick this back up from here, I slide back. So I'm right side forward in my L stance with my double knife hand block. So I'm going to step left side forward. Rear foot stance with a double knife hand block. Right side forward. Rear foot stance, double knife hand block. I'm going to scoot back away from the camera a little bit. All right, from there, the left foot steps slightly in front of the right foot, and the right foot spins around, and then the right foot slides back as we do the right upward palm block. The right leg comes up, and the right leg now goes forward to the right side forward. Walking stance with the left upward palm block. All right, one more move, and I'll turn around and face the other direction. From here, the left foot is going to come to feet together, and the hands are going to start out and then come down. When we do that movement, the right hand is striking the left hand. The left hand is here, and the right hand is striking that. This movement, all right? There's a kick out in front of you, and basically you are whacking that ankle. All right? So, as we go with the weight on the left foot, all right, and no weight really on the right foot, hands out in front. Let's do the reverse upward palm block. So right foot is going to slide back as you make the right upward palm block, right foot to neutral, and then the right foot is going to go forward now for the reverse upward palm block. And from here, the hands will come up at a 45, and you will time the feet coming together with this strike. There is a little hesitation here before we go down. All right, don't stop. Just up and then back down. But you want to time that, you want to time that with the left foot coming up and together here. All right, now, the next series of movements, all right, requires a little bit of practice. All right, we have a pressing kick and a side piercing kick, middle section, side piercing kick. A pressing kick is where we, like someone's picking their leg up to try to kick at us, and what we do is we take our foot, and sometimes I call this pawing. We come up and we just kind of push their leg down. Yeah, it can be a kick to block that kick from coming up, or it can be a push. All right, so you'll see it in Kwang Gae. It's definitely, it looks like a low side kick. It's called a pressing kick. All right, do not pivot the bottom foot on the first kick. All right, so the pressing kick will come knee up to the chest and then down. All right, now from here, as I rechamber this knee, I'm going to pivot and middle section side kick and then go to neutral. Now we're going to do this on both sides, so we want to practice this a lot. Helps to hang on to something as you practice this and get this low pivot middle section. Low and get this pivot as you rechamber for the second kick. All right, keep those eyes on the target. All right. Now these the two kicks are supposed to be done in fast motion. All right, so it's kick, kick. All right, as soon as the knee gets back, make that second kick. All right. So it's called consecutive motion. So it just doesn't mean kick, pull back, make the second kick. All right. So when we do the first kick, let's practice the other side. All right. So same thing on the other side. So again, knee to chest, or knee comes up, so we get some range of motion on that. Again, bend that support leg so we get good balance. Tighten that core up so there's balance. And then when the knee comes back to the chest again, we pivot and make the middle section side kick, and then we come back down to neutral. All right, so let's get some reps on that. All right, make sure we're there. Now we'll add something in that makes it just a little bit more difficult. What do the hands do? All right, when you're doing the left side kick, the left kicks, the hands are holding this position. They cannot move. All right, I'll play around with people in class and have them move their body, but not move their hands. Right? All right, it's the same thing. I can lean back and kick, but these are not supposed to move. These are supposed to stay here, holding previous position. The importance of that is learning to completely control the upper body. It doesn't matter what the lower body's doing. Lower body could be kicking head level, but the hands can stay right there. All right, so from this position, left hand is open, right hand is making the knife hand into the left hand. All right, we want to hold the hands here and go left, low pressing kick, pivot, middle section side kick, and then go down to neutral. The next movement is going to be a reverse knife hand. All right, so we just kind of hold that. All right, so again, the right hand is striking the left hand. All right, the left knee comes to the chest and pressing kick, and then pivot on the rechamber and middle section side kick. Then we go neutral, and then from here I can step out with my left leg into a back L stance and make the reverse knife hand. All right. Neutral is a game changer, all right? So I'm not having to rechamber and hold that up in the air and then try to come down and basically fall into that L stance with that reverse knife hand. All right, so once I rechamber and go to neutral, I can go down, up, get my sine wave, and get my hands into a good position for power, and my body weight loaded center so I can use my body to make some power on that reverse knife hand. Now from there, my left foot steps out as a right reverse knife hand. All right. From there, the left foot is going to come back to the right foot, and as you do that, it is a left overhead hammer fist. So we want to come back, feet together. We want to think about good range of motion with that. All right, big overhead motion there. All right. So again, slowly, right hand striking the left hand. Knee to chest, no pivot on the pressing kick. Pivot, middle section side kick, neutral, reach, and L stance. Left side forward L stance with a right knife hand. Left foot comes back to the right foot with a left overhead strike. All right, now, we do the same thing to the right now, but the hands don't move. The same thing again. Pretend like you're holding on to something, holding on to a bow staff or a broom or something you hang on to, all right? And I could move I can lean back, but this is supposed to stay here. This is supposed to stay here also. So it's the same two kicks. It's the right pressing kick, pivot, knee to chest, and middle section side kick, rechamber, neutral. Hands go into the chamber for the reverse knife hand. The right foot steps out into the L stance with the left reverse knife hand. The right foot comes back to the left foot with the overhead hammer fist. Again, not elbow. Get that arm just not straight, just almost straight, just slightly bent with that overhead strike. Okay, so that series of movements deserves a lot of attention. All right, if you do this pattern 500 times, you should probably do this combination probably 600 times. All right, don't do the form, just practice this combination. All right, get smooth, make sure you're being critiqued, use the mirror and all these little cues of knee to chest, when to pivot. All right, hand staying still. All right, make sure you're getting some critique on that. All right, okay, so we just did our right side kick, left knife hand, right overhead strike. The next move, the left foot is going to step into a walking stance as we make the high-low block. All right, and then the right foot is going to step up and then out into the walking stance for the high-low palm blocks. So basically, the hands are doing this. Here and there. You see there's a little bit of a load in between as you go high and low. All right, this one stays on this side of the body, this one stays on this side of the body. The low hand, when it's down, is not forward, it's slightly turned in. And I say that, and then a week later, I see someone doing the form, and they're turned all the way in like that. Slightly. It's just so slight, you sometimes don't even notice that hand is slightly turned in. Okay, so we would have just done the right leg, side kick, left knife hand, right overhead strike. So the left foot is going to step. All right, so the left foot is going to step, and the right hand is up high, and it's slow. Again, we know how to slide into these movements, all right? All right, so again, this is about shoulder level. This is about belly button level here. All right, so that move, we would be facing this direction, all right? So a close stance with the right overhead strike. So the left foot steps into the walking stance, the right hand is down, left hand is up. Then the right foot gathers, and the right foot steps. Now the left hand is down, the right hand is up. All right, now from here, the right foot is going to pick up and turn around into a horse stance. All right, as that right foot picks up and turns, there's going to be a stamping motion here. So the foot comes up about knee level and turns and stomps down. As we go into this sitting stance, into this horse stance, make sure that the toes are not like this. As you go into this, turn that foot and come down into a horse stance. All right? Leave that leg out here like this and down as we go down into that stamping motion. All right, as we do that stamping motion into the sitting stance, we're going to make a right back fist. All right, it's going to be a high section strike. All right, so from that right front stance with the left hand down and the right hand up, the right foot picks up and turns, and we're right side forward in our horse stance facing the front again. All right, the right high back fist. Now from here, the right foot is going to shift into a right side forward walking stance as we do the double forearm block. All right, notice those hands coming back over here to 45 as the right foot gathers, and then the right foot moves over into a walking stance. All right, from sideways, it looks like this. The right foot gathers and steps out into this walking stance. All right. Now, from there, I am going to show you the footwork first. I'm going to push the weight, some weight onto my front foot. I'm going to lean forward a little bit. And then from there, I'm going to slide back 1 foot length. Only one. All right, so gather and push. Slightly forward, gather and push into that walking stance. Again, slightly forward. See, people go way back on that. All right, slightly forward. All right, so we are turning, stamping motion into this horse stance with a back fist, or the sitting stance. All right, from there, the right foot gathers, and the right foot goes into the front stance with a double forearm block. And from there, I'm going to push my weight forward and slide back again a little bit and make this left reverse low block. All right, you catch that? All right, so from here to there. All right, a couple of little points is going on here. All right, from the right front stance with the double forearm block. All right, as I'm pushing the weight forward so I can push back, my hands are relaxing just a little bit. All right, as I push back, this left shoulder is coming slightly forward of the right shoulder. So what's happening is on the double forearm block, it's not a full facing front stance. That facing is, we're half facing. All right, so from there, I'm going from shoulders facing this way to shoulders facing that way. But the front stance is still forward. Nothing changes down here. It's this, going from this body position to this body position. So you see the double forearm block, half facing, and then they gather in the reverse half facing with the low block here. So this other arm is just, we have action and we have reaction. So it's kind of coming out away from the body like that. Okay, now we just did our horse stance back fist, right back fist, high. The right foot gathered and the right foot made the walking stance. We slid back with the left reverse low block. From there, the right foot is going to gather. And then we're going to slide out into the right high fingertip thrust. All right, that is done in slow motion. All right, so it's double forearm, reverse low block, gather, and slow. Again, there's our slide with our high fingertip thrust. Okay, now from there, the back foot is going to pick up and we're going to turn stamping motion into this back fist. So now the back foot is the left foot. The left foot picks up and just turn the other direction with a left back fist. Now, here's the tricky part. The next move, we're going to go into that same double forearm block we did on the other side, but it's the right foot, the back foot now, that's going to gather and go into that double forearm block. Before, it was the front foot that did the shift. On this one, it is the back foot that gathers and comes out for that double forearm block. All right, so buyer beware. Watch that. All right, so that's going to put us left side forward into our walking stance with a double forearm block. Same movement. Want to gather, slide back with the reverse low block. Again, reverse half facing, and then gather with the left foot, and the left foot is going to slide out as we make that high fingertip thrust. All right, now we're coming to the big close. All right, we are in a left side forward walking stance with a left fingertip thrust. We will be facing that direction on that particular move also. All right, so from there, we're going to left front stance, left walking stance with a fingertip thrust out. The right foot is going to step, and we're going to step with a twin vertical punch, circular and forward for that twin vertical punch. All right. From that right front stance with the twin vertical punch, I'm going to look this direction, and that is to my left. And from there, the left leg is going to pick up, and I'm going to make the twin upset punch. All right, the twin upset punch is done with just a little bit of a stamping motion also. Circular, as these come out, as the twin upset punches. All right, so we're right side forward with a twin vertical punch. Look, and the left foot steps into the walking stance. Now from here, my right foot is behind me. My right foot is going to front kick rechamber and step down slightly in front of the left foot. All right, from there, the left foot is going to step forward and then spin away. The front of the room is that way. The judges will be that way. I'm going to spin my body away, and now my kicking leg is down in front. The right side is forward in my L stance, and we'll be doing a middle section double knife hand from there. All right, so we're in a left walking stance with the upset punches out. All right, we're going to right front kick, step slightly forward to the right foot, and then the left foot steps forward and spins around with a middle section double knife hand blow. I am right side forward in my L stance with my double knife hand. From there, I'm going to step forward with my left foot into a left walking stance with a left high front punch, high section, a little bit high. Then I'm going to step forward with my right foot into a walking stance and make the upset punch again on this side. From there, my left foot is the one that's behind me. The left foot does the front kick, and then I'm going to step slightly forward. Be closer to the camera here. My left foot, front kick, steps slightly forward, and then the right foot steps forward and then spins around, and then it's a middle section double knife hand block in an L stance. From there, I'm going to draw the right hand back and go into the right walking stance with a right high punch. All right, that's the last move. And left foot returns back to ready stance. There are 39 moves in this pattern. All right, Kwang Gae died at 39 years old. All right, a very interesting history about him. Read up about him. All right, there's your tutorial on Kwang Gae. If you have questions, you know how to get in touch with me.